subject, let's hit on that, because I know you're using the, can't even remember, the Simmons?
Simmons stuff. Well, I use quite a bit of that. I mean, it's become quite useful with the King Crimson I'm in, because it's a hybrid kit of half electric, half acoustic. It has a kind of internal acoustic kit, which is, fairly conventional. A bass drum, Tama bass drum, Tama snare, and then a 14-inch rotor tom, and a big gong tom from Tama.
Right.
It's a kind of acoustic kit, a 4-drum kind of thing.
And then you got the octobans too, don't you?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or dragon drums. Well, actually,
Are they dragon drums?
Yeah, dragon drums from Denver, actually. But I also have a set of octobans. I chop and change as I like.
When I was listening to Discipline and Beat, I didn't hear anything that jumped out on those records as being the Simmons kit. I wondered if you did use those.
What do you think track 4? The last thing on side 1 is. The last thing on side 1 is all Simmons toms.
Side 1 of which album now?
Beat.
On Beat, really?
Right.
The whole thing.
Well, yeah, entirely so. I mean, the whole track is
Right.
founded on melody drumming.
Okay.
It's I don't know. I wonder, as you were listening, what's you?
Well, there were certain things I heard in there that sounded like hand percussion. Like playing conga drums. And I've only heard the Simmons. They sent us a sort of a demonstration tape, and all they were doing there really was trying to
terrible.
get. Yeah. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I think I have. I've heard one. It was a long time ago. It's a piece of junk.
Yeah, it's very conventional. I try to get it to sound like a normal drum set.
Right.
And then they had a tape of some English punk band playing with the kit. And
you might like to check out the tune "The Waiting Man."
Okay.
On Beat, and that is the only reason that tune is played is because I had the Simmons drums pitched up to certain pitches and was playing a melody on them.
Okay.
And that melody then became a stick part, a bass part, and the bass starts that, and then I make an entry with a harmony to it, and then all the drums then shift. The whole group shifts tonality, all the drums shift tonality, and off we go again on another one. then stop the tape, shift tonality, start up again, away we go on a third and a fourth and a fifth.
Mm-hmm.
You see, in fact, the way we did that in the studio. So you hear these melody drums playing away, and they all neatly change tonality for you. And that is a virtue of the Simmons.
So you can do that by what? Just flicking a button or something?
Well, you used to have to do it by actually pressing 4 buttons so that all your 4 tom-toms would shift
right.
to the next preset program. But now I have that on a foot switch on the floor. So I can take my left foot from the bass drum pedal and activate that foot switch on the floor, which will move all the tom-toms onto their next preset program. Are you with me?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have to write all this down, Scott?
No, I'm taping.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
I see. So that means that if the group has selected, a tonality, an E tonality,
mm-hmm.
then we can all shift onto the next one, an A, for example.
That's dynamite.
At the same point, so I feel more involved with it. I can be playing these drums.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it says a lot for the Simmons. If I'm, listening to the album and there are some electronic drums where you hear it, you say, "Oh, that's an electronic drum,"
Well, you should maybe check that tune again. There's no other drum I can think of that could possibly be quite like that. It is pitchable, and it has a peculiar kind of melodic sound to it, which is quite nice.
Okay. Maybe I was just expecting, I don't know, electronic, like the Syndrum type sound.
Oh, yeah. Well, electronics come in various forms, Scott.
Yeah.
You should know this. I mean, it's not always white noise.
Right.
It's just the electronic sound that I was producing happened to be a very light and pretty
mm-hmm.
sound on that particular tune. Maybe you should come to the Asbury Park show, because we're using about 11 pads now. So me and the singer, Adrian Ballou, actually start off the show with some of this drumming. Two people standing at 6
mm-hmm. pads,
which is very entertaining. So, in a way, the Simmons kit has come to me at quite a useful time, and is kind of dictating some of the way in which the King Crimson thing is going.
Mm-hmm. Had you been using that before King Crimson reformed? Or?
No. I kind of got into it around the same time. And it's been a lot of hard work, actually. We've had to customize it a lot. And it does a lot of things you don't want it to do, and it doesn't do a lot of things you would want it to do. it's taken a lot of man hours, these Simmons drums.
So
on the whole, it's been a lot of use in my particular musical situation, but I couldn't speak for anybody else's.
Yeah, but so the only other guy I know that's using a hybrid kit like that now is Jim Keltner. Just bought himself a Simmons kit, and he's got the same kind of thing: part Simmons, part acoustic drum set.
Right. Yeah, it's a crazy kind of feeling because you move the Simmons top is polycarbonate. It's the stuff they make riot shields out of, and so you move from as you're playing around the drums from this hard and horribly unpleasant surface to play on to a regular drum, and then perhaps back to a Simmons pad, and then onto a regular drum. So your response and rebound in the drums feels very crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But, we have to suffer for our art.
Right.